About 10 months ago, something amazing happened. We found out we were going to be parents. I don't know if there's ever a time you find out you're pregnant when there's not a little bit of shock and surprise. But for us, this was a huge life change. It's our first kid. We've been married quite a long time, actually. And this is just like really rocking the boat. After over a decade of it just being the two of us, it's now gonna be the three of us. The reason I'm telling you this is because previously, my wife and I both primarily worked from home, and our home is not very big. When we found out we were having a kid, we knew that we needed to make a change in order for us to continue to be able to work from home. So after months and months of talking, planning, figuring out what would be best, we came up with this, a custom built tough shed exterior office building. We designed this office building to be 8 feet wide by 22 feet long. Thankfully, we had the space in our yard to do this. 8 by 22 allowed us to build something big enough for us to share without it being an ADU by our local codes because it's under 200 square feet. Exterior home offices are booming because so many people are, one, working from home, and two, unable to buy up into a bigger home very easily with interest rates really high and prices having risen so much in the last 10 years or so, that staying put and just creating more workable, usable space is the most convenient and affordable option. So today I'm gonna show you the inside, I'm gonna show you what my office looks like, I'll show you her office, I'll show you the lofts that we built, and I'll show you the outside and talk through what we did and why we did it. So let's jump in. We've got 2 doors, that's her side, this is my side, so let's check it out. It's always a work in progress, so there's a little bit of clutter, but in general, I'm kind of looking at these 2 windows here. I've got my main monitor, I've got my laptop attached to that, kind of my stand-up, sit-down desk right here, some shelving, and some other paraphernalia that's just for me. The first thing we did when we framed this in is actually built a loft ceiling. So on both sides, this is not the original ceiling here that came with the tough shed because the actual ceiling's way up there. We added feet to the walls because you can make the sides higher. So essentially, if you look at this seam up here, normally a tough shed like this high, the wall would end right here, but we paid, I think it was an extra foot, it might've been 2 feet, to basically make this ceiling. You can also change the pitch of the ceiling when you do a custom tough shed. We did the steepest ceiling possible, or sorry, yeah, ceiling, roof, whatever. You can do typically a flatter one is what comes standard, but we wanted to be able to use all the space that we were building. So the first thing we did is we framed in these lofts. Now, because our house is small and we don't have a garage, storage is always a challenge, especially for all my video gear, not to mention all my outdoor hunting and fishing stuff. And so on my side and on my wife's side, she's got her doors closed here, we put in basically a false ceiling for us to work under. And then above it, we've got a couple of things, storage space and a sleeping loft. All right, up here is the sleeping side. So this is an extra mattress that we bought, placed up here on top of the loft. We've used this kind of like gym floor material. It's like a jigsaw puzzle pretty much everywhere because it's really easy to replace, it's easy to put in, it was cheap, and it's soft enough. But the idea with this is that with a young kid in the house, it's really nice to be able to go somewhere and take a nap without being right next door to the crying or whatever else is going on. So put a light switch up here so that you can turn the lights off once you climb up, a couple outlets, blah, blah, blah. And then over here, this is my storage area. So on this side, I've got all my video gear, I've got my lighting kit, I've got my backpack, I've got my tripods and stands and cables and all sorts of stuff. You know, video's got a lot of gear, which is fun, but it also has to go somewhere. And then on this side, I've got, you know, my waders and hunting, fishing gear, athletic gear, my guitar, my bass, all that crap that kind of needed a place to go other than under the bed. Now it finally has a place to go, and it's working great. I will say that putting drywall on the ceiling was one of the worst things of all time, but I'm glad it's done. I only have to do it one time. While we're up here, you may have noticed that this Mr. Cool, this is a DIY mini split, so you can do it without hiring a licensed contractor. We did have to have an electrician come and do the wiring for it, but it's been great. It does heat and AC, and it fits the space just fine as far as the amount of air it moves. And so having this be climate controlled is a massive, massive game changer, because a space this size, you can't duct it for heat, and then putting window units in for AC just really doesn't cut it and would be noisy and take up a lot of room. So these mini splits are amazing. I highly, highly recommend them. Quickly, I want to talk about these doors. We built these doors ourselves. It's literally like inside here, it's just framed 2x4s. So we just cut 8 panels, so 4 per side. The idea was that since we both work from home and often simultaneously, although now with a kid that's not quite as prevalent, we needed to be able to isolate from each other, at least somewhat. They're not perfectly soundproof, but what we did is we framed these in, and then we stuffed them with mineral wool, which is a pretty sound absorbent material. It's easy to find, it's not super expensive. And then we wrapped it in canvas. Like, this is art. Actually, this is drop cloth. This is canvas drop cloth that you can get at Home Depot. And it's not the prettiest door in the world, but it works pretty great. And they kind of slide closed, slide open as needed. And in order to slide, they've got these wheels that are on tracks up here. And so we got this kit off of Amazon. Most of the stuff we bought was either Amazon or Home Depot, but you basically put this rail in. It has to be exactly the right height so these doors hang down and don't hit the floor. But once you do that, essentially if you're having a meeting, you close this up, you've got kind of a wall of sound absorbent material, and then we have Amazon devices in each side. We can just put on some brown or white noise, and that totally muffles the other person's meeting, and it actually works really, really well. So this has been a huge win. All right, now we're gonna walk through my office space area. I'm gonna try to link to as much of this stuff in the description as possible, since we did a lot of picking and choosing of what desk would work or what shelving would work that's modular and kind of blends in and all that stuff. So check that out if you're interested. But let's start with the desk. There are, lots of options on the market, but this one fit the space, and I'm able to clamp this camera here to the desk so that when I move the desk up and down, it goes with it. This is a standard light I've had for years, and it just kind of gives some nice key light when I'm vlogging or doing meetings. So having a stand-up sit-down desk has been a game changer for ergonomics and just making life easy. Over here, for all the stuff I access more often, like my books, and just having kind of a nice vibe so it doesn't look like a total bachelor pad, I got these modular shelves. In order to make these taller, you just kind of keep stacking them on top of each other and combining them. I didn't want them super tall because I wanted some artwork up here, but it works great. I'm able to put some books over here, stuff I like to read, and then I've got my camera accessories available, so I don't have to climb up in the loft if I want a lens or a battery, USB, all my SD cards, all that stuff that you kind of grab and go is up here, or down here, I should say. I've got all my archive drives here, and then I've got, again, all my network equipment over here, and then a couple HDMI cables that are good to go super fast. So the things that I use often are easily available, and I have a little bit of a vibe of decor. Certainly not as pretty as some people's cool offices, but it works for me. And then probably the best part is the view. I really enjoy actually being able to look out a window versus what I had in the old bedroom. Kind of being able to get the vibe, especially with this full floor to ceiling window in the door. So that was a huge thing, especially for us in the Pacific Northwest. Like, light is really valuable because you don't get a lot of sunlight throughout the year. So providing as much natural light as possible, really good for mood productivity. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that tour. If you have any questions, my email's below. If you want any tips or advice about building your own home office, I'm happy to help. This has really dramatically improved the quality of my life and the quality of my work, and it's gonna let us stay in this house a lot longer, so I'm thankful for that. Thanks for tuning in. Again, I'm gonna link to as much as I can in the description below if you're looking at similar items for your workspace. And don't forget, if you're interested in improving your filmmaking, your business practices, or both, check out our Profit in Pixels courses below. I'll see you guys next time.